Hello and welcome back everyone to Hidden Chasms. This is part 4. As you all know, this is a hurt comfort series and we had a lot of the hurt in the previous videos and parts. So let's get to the comfort part. I hope you're ready. Let's go. Atsumu, what did he do? And don't you dare downplay it if it was bad. He had calmed a little, or at least put up a calm front to make Atsumu feel more at ease. However, in his voice the anger vibrated. He couldn't keep his calm when it was about his brother. Other than him, Atsumu had calmed a lot since he had been handed the cup of tea he held onto tightly now. Though now, instead of being frantic and filled with panic, he seemed pretty out of it. He didn't even notice that despite what Suna said, the middle blocker hadn't gotten a cup of tea for himself or Osamu. I know how this sounds, but it really wasn't his fault. He nipped at his cup and didn't even flinch when his lips connected with the way too hot liquid, just lowered it again. His eyes were trained on something in the distance, invisible to Suna and Osamu. Can you tell us what happened then, so that we understand? Suna had more control over his reaction than the silver-haired. He didn't let his impatience and anger taint his voice, though Osamu could see his hands twitch, a telltale sign that the other was on the brim of bursting. He wanted answers just as badly as Osamu did. No wonder. Atsumu wasn't just his brother, but also Suna's best friend. He had to witness what happened to him when he was still with Yoshida the same way Osamu did. They helped Atsumu pick up the shards after everything that happened. Atsumu's world had broken apart, and they couldn't help but get cut while helping him puzzle it back together. Ami, he used a bad name. Well, that was frustratingly vague. Osamu clenched his fists tightly not to let his impatience show. I thought you would like that. He always complained that he isn't romantic enough. You knew about them? Osamu had only recently learned about their relationship, but Suna made it sound like he had been aware for months. The taller shrugged his shoulders. Yeah, and I mean, it's not like Atsumu hadn't had a crush on him since forever. Why didn't you tell me? Suna threw a sharp glance in his direction, akin to a silent warning. You can get intense about Atsumu's relationships. For good reasons, I know. He shut him down before he could even start. But that considered, I thought it was best for Atsumu to tell you himself. And I didn't think Sakusa was a bad guy. His attention turned back to the blonde. I would have said something if I deemed Atsumu in any danger from him. I wasn't. He is a good guy. Ami didn't do anything wrong, I just overreacted. He stared into his cup, close to tears again. His body started to tremble, and it was as if he searched for something to hold on to. God, what if he hates me now? Or thinks that I'm a crybaby? He already knew that. It's not exactly a secret that you can be dramatic. He wouldn't date you if that was a deal breaker for him. Atsumu huffed, and the tension keeping him rigidly in place eased ever so slightly. So, he called you a pet name. And then what? He hated this. He hated not knowing what hurt him. He hated not being able to do something about it. Nothing. I just ran out. He tried to stop me, but I didn't let him. Why? It was a name he used. He didn't need to add anything more, any context. Both Suna and Osamu knew exactly who he was. Osamu's expression grew even darker, and the rage burned in his eyes again. I'm sorry. This is stupid. I know it is. This is not stupid. Damn it, Sumu. He hurt you. Traumatized you. You are allowed to hurt. Your reaction is valid. Stop apologizing for it. He knew that he was a hypocrite. That the apology too was a reaction to what that asshole had drilled into him, but he needed his brother to understand this. Part of him wished Sakusa would have done something, just so he could do something about it. Instead, he was back to feeling helpless. This wasn't exactly something he could fix by beating someone up, though he would love to get his hands on Yoshida again. Sam was right. Your reaction is perfectly natural. The whole thing ended not even 2 years ago. You need to give yourself time to heal. I'm sure Sakusa will understand if you told him. I don't think I can do that. There's no rush. Just explain to him that there is a reason, but that you will need time. Atsumu nodded slowly, fumbling nervously with his hands again. Well, that can wait. You're staying with us for now. At least until you feel better. I don't care about what you should or shouldn't. It would help you, wouldn't it? Atsumu looked up at him, his eyes glossy, and he nodded. There was a silent pleading in the gold brown, and Osamu's heart clenched. Then you'll stay here. Rest and let us take care of you. Call out of work tomorrow and tell them you need a mental health day. He nodded once more and lowered his head again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burst in like this. Suna sighed, got up, and after confirming that it was okay, pulled Atsumu in a gentle hug. None of that. You can always come to us if you need to be somewhere safe, or need our support. You know that, right? Usually, Suna was never this gentle with the blonde, which just showed the gravity of the situation, but Osamu loved him for it, and he knew that Atsumu too appreciated it. His voice was gone, but he nodded. See? Let's get you settled in. Do you want my help? Atsumu shook his head and got up. His feet carried him automatically to the guest bedroom where he still had some stuff of his own. Ever since the events with Yoshida, they kept a care package for him there, including a plushie Atsumu sought comfort in when at his most vulnerable. I'll make some onigiri. He knew that it was far from the time for lunch, but making food calmed him. It was familiar. In this way he could feel like he took care of his brother the way he should. Osamu? They exchanged one look and then understood. His gaze melted into something softer and he hugged him briefly before letting go again. You're doing good. I know this is hard for you. It is hard for all of us. He nodded. What do you think Sakusa is doing right now? I don't know, but he better be worried about Atsumu if he truly cares. Suna chuckled a little and glanced at his phone. I better tell Toya to check up on him just in case. Let's be honest, neither of them is what can be called functional. In that way, they are perfect for each other. Osamu rolled his eyes when Suna typed the message. Chat between Motoya and Tsunaden. Hi, Atsumu just arrived here. He and Sakusa seem to have somewhat of a disagreement. Can you check on him? Already here. It was bad. Do you know what happened? Somewhat. The pet name? Yeah. Do you know why? I do, but I don't think I should tell you just yet. It's very personal to Atsumu. Though it really doesn't seem to be Sakusa's fault at all. Atsumu wasn't mad at him. Oh, good. And I understand. I'll tell Kiyo not to worry so much. Thanks for telling me. Love you. Love you too. Motoya's with Sakusa already. It doesn't seem he's taking it too well. Serves him right for making Sumu cry. Oh, come on. Don't be so hard on him. Or at least do it silently. Just be happy that he cares and try not to chase him away the next time you see him. For Tsumu's sake. He rolled his eyes again but nodded. Fine, he'll get a pass. I'm not convinced of this yet, but if he makes amends and makes Atsumu happy, I'll keep my peace. Suna grinned and got up to kiss him on the cheek. That's all I'm asking. Don't forget that he's our dear Toya's cousin, and he cares about him just as much as you care about Atsumu. You wouldn't want to make Motoya sad, would you? You're not being fair, you know. Just honest. Osamu snuck his arms around him and kissed him softly to silence him. I already said I'll be nice. What more did you want? I could think of a thing or two. Not in front of me. You two were disgusting. Atsumu gagged as he walked back in, which only made Osamu kiss Suna again to take off his brother. Suna giggled as they separated, before letting Osamu focus on the onigiri and turning his attention to Atsumu. I just texted Komori. He's with Sakusa making sure everything's alright. Atsumu narrowed his eyes in suspicion. Why are you texting with Komori? He's my teammate. Atsumu kept staring at him, causing Suna to roll his eyes and sigh. Don't make it weird. How about, thank you for checking up on my lover? Ew, don't call him that. He scrunched his nose. Yeah, don't call him that. He'll have to earn it. You shut up! Within seconds, it was back to the usual bickering, with Suna getting some nice photos for his collection. He bet Toya would love these. He smiled to himself, thinking of the libero. Osamu could hardly complain about Atsumu keeping Ami's secret for 3 months. They hid Motoya for twice that long. But of course, Suna would have his back in this. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, please consider leaving a like because it really helps the channel out, and consider subscribing so you won't miss out on other content that I make. For example, the final part of this, which will premiere tomorrow if everything goes according to plan and well. Tell me in the comments if you liked this video, what you liked about it, and even better, tell me under the pinned comment what your favorite quote was. That would mean the world to me. I love seeing which parts of the videos you like best. A special thanks goes out to my nerdy neckos, as always. You help support this channel so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. If you're not a nerdy necko but want to consider supporting me, click on the join button under this video, or I don't know, check out my other social media. Even better, the other videos here in the end cut. Here will also appear the final part if it's already out. Now have a wonderful and amazing day.
Grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4. Everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.